Good morning, Black people. Good morning, all you Black unicorns out there in the world. For you, it may be evening or it may be the morning. As with every morning minute, sorry guys, they're out there doing morning prayer, so I'm trying to get out of their space. Um, but with every morning minute, I tell you, stop watching me. You should be at work. You should be asleep. You can always watch the replay. So, uh, I am out and about, uh, and I just want to talk about. I hope this chicken don't jump. I hate that. That motherfucker just scared me. Because I hate when they're too close. You know what I'm saying? Like, these chickens are getting too close. They be too comfortable. Okay. So, in this morning minute, we're talking about your evolution and growth. So, it is interesting how you as a person can do everything you need to do to work on yourself, to work on who you are, how you can make things better for you. Good morning. Whew. And what I mean by that is, those stairs get me every time. What I mean by that is what you can do, or what you have done rather, to make sure that you are happy with the life that you have. You are happy with the life that you're living, and you're in love with yourself, respect yourself, and are able to be in healthy relationships, right? Whether it's romantic relationships, friends, family, whatever. I think that, no, I know. When we raise our children in the West, and we come from the West ourselves, we are raising our children in constant fear. And, well, basically in a mini little war zone. Oh, hell no. Okay. Different route indeed. I thought these were steps. Look at that. Oh, no hunty. No hunty. I am not busting my ass today. Okay. Backtrack. I ain't never been. No ass busting will be happening here. Yeah. Hell to the no. I ain't going down that. Anyway. Excuse me. Because America is so violent, because, everyone is strapped, black people will kill each other over sneakers, or you looking at me the wrong way, or why you speak to me. And you don't have to just be in the hood to face violence. You can be in the suburbs, living in all white communities, and you face another form of violence called racism. Everyone faces racism, but when you live amongst them crackers, because I've done this, because a lot of times we do this to give our own children what we perceive as the best opportunity in life to be successful. So we move to the suburbs, we go to a cul-de-sac, we put them in these all-white high schools that may only have, you're lucky, 10 other black kids, maybe 2, depending. And then they take on cracker tendencies, like the disrespectful smart-ass mouths, like not wanting to listen to what they're being told. And even if they act normal in high school, it'll show into adulthood. But these kids are also the same kids that have to deal with harassment and flat out intimidation from police officers who are meant to serve and protect, only if you're white. are white adjacent. They'll pull guns out on children. They'll arrest them violently. They'll take them to jail, and they'll start mentally convincing them that they're not shit. How do I know? I've seen all of it. They're in the schools, harassing, taunting, beating down little girls and little boys. And they're making sure that their prison to pipeline system is consistent. This is not only in minority schools or schools that are in the hood. This happens in white schools too. And your kid can be National Honor Society, honor roll, straight A student, and they will come for him because he's a growing black man or a growing black woman. Good morning. Give me a second, you guys. I'm climbing this hill. I don't know if you guys can see it. Climbing this hill. Okay. And so what I think happens is that our children become confused. Hell, we become confused. We become confused on how to discipline them. We become confused on how to ensure that they're going down the right path, even if you're trying to constantly guide them and don't want to listen or have trifling ass friends they shouldn't even be hanging with. I feel like if your friends don't help you grow to the next level, there's no point of hanging around people who don't get you to the next level. I just think it's ridiculous. If your friends aren't where you want to be, they're wasting your time. I'm sorry. At some point, childhood friendship end simply because people will grow apart and or some will become educated, focused, and go and drive while the other want to sit up there and be the help and be waiters and waitresses and bartenders and shit their whole life instead of getting educated and trying to do something more, or even just trying to be an entrepreneur. Nothing. They just want to sit there and be the help and then complain about their life and scream that everybody else is, mad at them or hate them or, can't handle the real tea. And I didn't even know what this tea was, but I guess that's the truth. It's not the real truth. It's just your truth, right? But I think that sometimes family have a hard time seeing someone evolve and grow. My backup singers, y'all know what it is. The first one scared the shit out of me though. Good morning. And so, as we get out of, so first of all, many of you, and this happened to me, you have to work on who you are as a person. There was a time that I would pop off on anybody, anywhere, for anything. At the same time, though, I guess for me it was kind of strange because I can quickly code switch and go professional and pop off on you in a very professional code switched voice. And it's still going to have the same dig, So over time, I realized that this behavior and that trying to control all situations, having to boss everybody around, was counterproductive for me. It was physically making me sick because I started becoming more and more stressed out, because when people think you can solve problems, they're going to lean on you first, and then you're going to take on all that. And then when they get pissed off, they're going to turn around and talk about you like a dog. And that is 100% with family. And it's like, it hurts you, Some people will assume you can't get hurt because you don't show emotion in the same way that other people do, right? And it's kind of like everybody can get hurt, period. But, I had decided for me, this is not productive to my life. And America is killing me. And I know it. I know something about being in this place is wrong. I know that every man shouldn't be turned out and be gay. It's ridiculous. Good morning. I know that the way I see things going for my trajectory, it's not healthy. So let me work on me. So unlike many women I know, I took years and didn't date anyone. wasn't having sex, nothing, no dating, no sex, no nothing. I took that time to work on me. I took that time to work on what it is I really want to do, what I really want to be, and how do I want to get to that next level. You know, I cut off the people, including family, that wouldn't help me on that journey. And I brought in people that would. So at some point you have to know and learn and figure out who you are as a person, who you are in this chapter of your life, especially as you get older. This is essential because when you see that your friendships, your relationships are all starting to dwindle, you have to ask yourself, why is this happening? You know, am I doing this or are they doing this? And if I'm doing this, what am I doing? Some people can't do that. Some people can. But then you might have a situation where you're looking at yourself and looking at your situation and you're looking how you handle things differently now than what you would have, let's say, when you were younger. And you're trying to be more calm, have more patience, and not be triggered. Yet family or friends that known you back in the day when you were very easily to be sparked will do everything in their power to trigger you just to get a reaction so they can go back and talk shit and have everyone talk with them that, yeah, that person's the bad guy. You know how that person's always been, and we told you, and then the gossip happens. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But it's okay, in my opinion, and I think it's needed for everyone at some point in your life to get to know who you are outside of the relationship, to get to know who you are outside of your family. It doesn't mean to disrespect or cut your family off. It just means to, sometimes it's good to find out and to understand who you are as a person. What are your goals? What are you trying to do? And I think that a lot of this can't even happen if all you do is do all you do is be boozing up or getting high on various drugs or smoking this weird crack weed they got now. Like, I don't know what kind of weed y'all be smoking now, like oils and all kind of weird ass shit. If you're not smoking regular weed and you smoking crack, and so if you smoking that crack shit, it's really going to have your mind distorted. So some people really need to just take time to cleanse themselves literally from all these drugs and toxins so their brain can actually start to function again. You know, their body can get back into shape, and then maybe they can get focused on where they need to go. So at some point we all have to do that, right? So at some point I did that as well. Just, the drink, because I could drink. Y'all know I could drink. I just stopped, and I was just like, I gotta get my mind right. You know, I gotta get shit together because this is a downward trajectory, and I don't want to go in that direction, you know. But your family can be destructive. So certain family members, especially those who aren't ready for the change in pace and in life that you're ready for, especially those of you who want to come to Africa, and you have mentally prepared yourself and you understand your purpose of coming, and you're not, you know what I mean? You understand your purpose and why you want to be here, how different things will be, and, you know, willing to do that and not compare everything in, in Ghana to where you're from in the States or whatever, right? Those people, you're going to face so much backlash from your family. Even if they come to visit you, you're going to face so much backlash because the hate and the ignorance is going to exude. And you're going to get it before you come. You're going to get it after you get here. Unless you roll in silence, don't tell nobody you come in and you be like, oh, by the way, I moved to Africa. That's the only way you're not going to get it. But my thing is like, as you're growing and evolving and walking in your purpose, Others are going to do whatever it takes to bring you back down to their level because they're unhappy with themselves, or because they're just unhappy with life, or because jealousy and envy, or because whatever, and you have to figure out how to still maintain, relationships without letting it drag you back to a place you don't want to be, without letting people steal your joy, ruin your happiness, or disturb your peace. And I say that because as we move to the diaspora, as the diaspora moves to Africa, and as we're here in Ghana, a lot of people perpetrate a fraud and act like they're moving to Ghana or wherever they go, but let's say to Ghana, like their family, all the family was all gung-ho for that shit. And like there's no issues, and everything's good between you and all your family, and you and your like parents, or you and your grandparents, or you and your adult children. Only few people really admit that, if you just bad the situation is in the States of what it does to Black people. That's what you see. And when you step back and you see it that way, you just be like, my God, this person is lost. And I hope that, my prayers are heard and the ancestors come cloak this person, because this is dangerous, right? You just say dangerous as in, is not going to produce anything by the time someone hits, 40, 50 at all. So I think that there's so many areas we need to be more truthful about when it comes to repatriating and moving, because it's not just about the physical aspect of you moving. It's not just about making sure that you have enough money to move and you can support yourself. There's so much mental preparation that has to go into this. And so I'm a little different though, because I'm not one of these Americans that are going to be going back and forth between Ghana and America. I have met dozens and dozens and dozens of diasporans like that, people who've been here for 40, 30, 20, 10, 5 years, and they just bounce back and forth. They'll spend several years in the States, come back, spend a couple months, go back, come back, spend a couple years, go back to the States. No, I'm here in Ghana to live permanently. If I go back to the States, it's solely for a visit, or I have to go back and handle like actual true business stuff that I can only do stateside because I have to go into a branch. You know what I'm saying? But everything else I can do right here in Ghana, and certain American services can all be done at the U.S. Embassy. So I'm not bouncing back and forth between the States and Ghana. I personally, quite frankly, in all truth, cannot stand the States whatsoever. And even though I be missing Red Lobster sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. For real though, I'm not going back. There's nothing there for me, and it's a destructive place because it does something to our mentality. It does something to how we perceive ourselves. Our girls in their 20s and teens walking around here talking about their thoughts. This is like some whole shit, on social media, showing their whole ass, listening to this music talking about, hoeing yourself out. And it makes no sense to me, because I'm just like, if you gonna be a hoe, be a classy hoe. If you gonna be a hoe, you better hoe with that fool that got $1 million, got money in the bank, spending it all on you before you give him anything. But these little girls just be hoeing. Now, I'm not condoning hoeing. The concubine industry is strong in Ghana. They call side chicks. I'm not condoning none of that. But these low-class hoes, it's just disgusting to me. It's disgusting across the board. From the people that I see and that I know of that are friends or family, it's just disgusting. But when you try to educate these fools, these little girls catch not just an attitude, but serious attitude and don't want to learn. And so then you have our boys or our young men, and everybody want to be a thug and shit, or thug-like, or thuggish. You know, everybody want to be thuggish, and you coming straight out of the suburbs. You a damn Disney kid. All your references are Disney and shit. I'm gonna need all y'all to stop it. Girls be trying to act like they hood. Ain't never been in the hood, never seen the hood, just heard about the hood from their parents. Come on now. Or they visited a family member who still live in the hood. You know? So it's just sometimes you just sit there and you just be like, what the fuck is going on? So, I mean, I'm telling you, America is a destructive place for Black people. And we've taken on so many of these white adjacent cracker-like tendencies, and our young people are paying the price for it. And, you know, I'm older, but I'm not old, right? So, and I had children very young. So normally people my age are just now starting to have kids, or, you know, they started in their late 30s, right? I was young. But here's the thing. I'm just pointing out the reality because I'm living in a Black country around all Black people and seeing the biggest difference between how our Black people are raised in Africa versus how our Black people are raised in America. And no matter how much you go to church with them, no matter how strict you are, them church girls be the biggest hoes. So y'all need to stop. You know, Kirk Franklin's son, off the chain, trifling. You know, Ricky Smiley got some crazy ass kids too. And it's not that they were raised that way. To the contrary, they just are in a hostile environment with conflicting views and constantly, their parents are constantly in survival mode with their asses, trying to just keep them alive, let alone, you know, be able to keep a roof over your head and food in your mouth. And so, you know, if I would have known then what I know now, I don't think I said this before to you guys, I would have came to Africa before my kids hit their teenage years, or even if they did hit their teenage years, I would have moved them here, even if I had to homeschool. And I would have took my student loan and my income tax checks and built a small little house and to work with, because the outcome of them being raised in Africa is completely different. And it's also because how the schools work here, how discipline works here, and not just in the, you know, nuclear family, but within an extended family and the community. It's a good thing, because Scared Straight has a whole different type of vibe here, boy. Whole different type of vibe. So, and it seems to be very effective. But yeah, so I did a video prior talking about, you know, kids, Ghanaian kids growing up in the West and how they act. So now I'm talking about specifically Black Americans, but this can apply to diasporans anywhere. UK goes through the same exact shit. You know, they're not gun happy, they knife happy. And they super duper disrespectful as hell. And so you have a lot of Americans being that way as well these days. But when it comes down to the topic at hand for this morning minute, as you evolve and grow in your purpose, I don't give a shit who it is. You can't let them wreck your flow. You can't let them wreck your flow. Ruin your happiness, steal your joy, or disturb your peace. And if that happens, then that person, those people, you're gonna have to step back from for a little bit, you know. Yeah. That's what you're gonna have to do. And everybody shouldn't live in Africa. Some people, I think everybody should visit, and then that way you can see personally if they can live in Africa. But I'm almost 100% sure nobody in my family could live in Africa, because these fools, their conditioning has been so conditioned they don't even know they have been conditioned. You know, hell no. Folks can't survive here. They can barely get through a month. So, you know, things roll so different here. And when you have to live the real Africa, and you're not doing, you're not being chauffeured around, you're not being treated like you're on a permanent vacation. The real Africa is hard for some people. I mean, hard. It's almost like they act like they in jail or some shit. And you just be looking like, you don't even know nor understand what you look like to others, especially others here with some of that behavior, right? So it's okay, Black people, to grow and evolve. It's important for us as we gain wisdom, get older, and just want to walk in our purpose and in our truth, not to let others stop you from doing that, because their mindset may be twisted compared to your own, and they still want to hold on to your old self and don't want to embrace your new self and don't even want to see it or listen to it. And so this is what I find personally with me as I reflect on family. It's funny. I have a stronger relationship with friends than most family, because they just don't want to see change, and they want to make you be pigeonholed for life. And that's a dangerous thing, because what is life without the ability to adjust, adapt, and evolve? I don't know. This is just my little morning minute 2 cents. It probably don't matter to nobody. Some of y'all hoes will take it and flip it and make it into something that is not, because I know you bitches be watching me who like to start shit, and I don't care. I really don't, because all you doing is making my numbers grow. Thanks, haters. To my loyal Black unicorns who always be hyping me up and watching my videos and liking them, I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all the new subscribers that I've gotten. Thank you guys for joining the Black Unicorn family. And that is all I have for your morning minute this morning. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your Tuesday. Live life. The day has break. Bye, guys.